guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you're a member, I'm so glad that you're able to come through this journey with me. So today I just wanted to give you guys like a quick review on what to expect when you're traveling with SGR and you have kids and you have luggage. Yeah, so I'm just going to give you guys my own experience. I don't know, it's different for everybody, but I'll just give you what I went through when I traveled with SGR to Mombasa, and whatever things I went through when I was using the SGR. So basically, it's August, and I know most of you're taking your kids to Mombasa and you want to give your kids the SGR experience, or if they have the experience, you just feel like, SGR is the better option for you. So I just wanted to give you guys like what happened to me in April when I traveled to Mombasa. So basically, we had rented, no, not actually rented, we were staying in a villa, yeah, a 5-bedroom villa, and it had like a pool. It was just amazing. Yeah, so when you're staying in a villa, it's quite different from when you're staying in a hotel, because when you're staying in a hotel, you have food, you're given food, and you just relax. Yeah, but when you're living in a villa, you have to cook. Yeah, so you have to cook and you have to do certain things for yourself. Yeah, so we were going to Mombasa, me and my 2 sisters and their friend, my brother's fiance, and my cousin and her baby. So we were quite a group. Yeah, so what actually happened was, when you're going to live in a you're not living in a hotel actually, you have to do shopping, which is something that I regret up to date. Yeah, I wish I'd just done my shopping in Mombasa instead of doing it here and then carrying all this luggage to Mombasa. It didn't even make sense to me later on. So we went and we did a little bit of shopping. We bought juice, we bought Weetabix for the kids, we bought Indomie, something that you can like fix very fast and for the kids to eat. And we had to buy a lot of juice because Mombasa is very hot and most of the time you just want something to drink. So we had like, I don't know, 20 packets of Del Monte. Yeah, so we had all that, and it was like 2 huge boxes that were very heavy. Yeah, we shopped for everybody, so you can imagine the kind of luggage that we had. And for me, I was packing for my 3 boys and myself. So Mombasa is quite hot, and most of the time you take a shower, you want to change your clothes. You go for a swim, you want to change your clothes. You go for a walk to the beach, you want to take a shower, you want to change your clothes. So there's a lot of clothes changing, and me myself, I don't like that. When I get somewhere, I'm like, I wish I'd packed this. I don't have this, and I just left it at home, and it makes me feel so miserable. So I always tend to pack everything. So I had to pack towels for the pool, and towels for having your bath. I had to pack like 2 extra bed sheets. I had to pack like each of my boys. I had to pack 3 pairs of shoes for them. I just like to pack heavy, and most of the time people are like, why is it that every time you're traveling you always have like this huge suitcase? But I just like to arm myself. I don't want to regret later on that I wish I'd carried this, I wish I'd carried that. So, and I didn't even know that I would have like all that trouble when I go to SGR. So after packing all these things, I had so much luggage. My suitcase was really big. I had a backpack, my kid had a backpack, so I had like a lot of luggage to carry. I don't even think I can fly myself because I always have luggage, and I think I'll just be, in case I'm flying, I always have that extra cash to pay for the extra luggage. Yeah, so what actually happened was we got to the SGR station, and there are like so many checkpoints, which is good, but for me it was so annoying because I had to take care of my 3 kids. Even if someone is like holding their hand, but they're your kids, you have to always make sure that they're okay and they're not lost, because these are people who don't have kids, and most of the time they even forget, and I don't blame them. Yeah, they don't have kids, and it's like, let me just brush it off. So what happened was we get to the railway station, yeah, to the station in Syokimau, and there's a first checkpoint where the dogs sniff your luggage. So we got there early, very early. People weren't even there, so we were in front of the line. Then after people came and it was so crowded, and then the cops come and they're like, we have to move behind. Oh, we have to start, you know, a fresh queue. And I was so mad because I had so much luggage. Carrying this luggage again to the back of the line was quite frustrating for me. So carrying them at the back, and then when your turn comes, you put them over some metal thing, and the dogs will come and they will sniff the luggage, and then you take your luggage to the next checkpoint. So after that, you go to the next checkpoint, yeah. So to the next checkpoint, you know, you have to, when they're checking you have to even, like, your pass, you have to put it there. You cannot hold it. So when you're in the next checkpoint, when we were in the next checkpoint, we had to, like, there's like a machine where your luggage has to pass through, even your purse, and then there's a lady who has to check you, yeah. So all this, yeah, so you have to hurry to the other side so that you're going to get your luggage before somebody else takes it. So you can imagine you're checking out your 3 kids if they're okay, and you're checking your luggage if it's okay too. So after that first checkpoint, you go and print your ticket. I had to leave my luggage outside, go with my kids to the machine to print my tickets, and then now you go to the entrance of the main building. So when you get there, there's a lady there that is checking your ticket. So you have to give every kid that has a ticket their ticket. I don't know if you're getting me. Like my 2 kids, I had booked for them, I had paid for them, but this younger one you don't pay because he's too young. So you have to give them their ticket so that they show that lady, yeah. And you have to have your ID and your ticket, yeah. So she has to check your ID and their ticket, and yeah, so it's a lot of process. By the time I was getting there, I was already frustrated. I was tired. I was regretting even coming on that trip, yeah. So that was the second checkpoint. So there's another third checkpoint where there's a machine again. You have to pass your luggage through, yeah. You have to also hurry, get there to the other side before somebody else takes your luggage. And then after that, I was told you have to use the lift because you have kids and you have so much luggage. So we went for the lift instead of the stairs. So when we go to the lift, it is again packed because you can imagine it's a railway station. There are so many people. All of them want to use that lift. I don't know why. So, and some don't even have luggage. So we had to wait outside that lift. And when it comes, it's also very stressful because you might get into the lift with your luggage and then your kid is left behind, because now people are scrambling to get into that lift. So you know how it is when people are screaming for something. They will even knock your kid. They don't even care whether that's a kid or not, yeah. So you get into the lift, now you're going to the waiting lounge, which is very nice. I liked it because it's very big. You can sit anywhere, and there's snacks that you can eat. The waitresses come and ask you whatever you want to eat, and you make your order and they'll bring it to you. So it was a little bit relaxing for that time. I thought it was over, and then boom, there you go. Now you have to scan your ticket, and every time you go to that machine to scan your ticket, it closes. When somebody passes, it closes for the next person to again scan their ticket. So even the kids, they have to scan their ticket before they pass. So you're kind of worried because you don't want that thing to slam on your kid, yeah. And the kids also, they don't want to go through it because they feel like they're leaving you behind and they're going. So that thing, all, I think it even closed before all my kids, like any of my kids, went through. So they had to use the main gate. One of the security guards told me to just allow them to use the main gate, but as long as the ticket is scanned, yeah. So after that, now you want to go to the train itself. So it's also another very long distance, yeah. It's a long distance for me. If you don't have luggage, it's quite okay, yeah. But if you have luggage, you'll just feel like it's really long. It's too long for you, yeah. So, and then you know it's crowded and you're looking after your kids because it's crowded. Your kid might end up following a stranger, and that place you will I don't even know if you'll ever find your kid, yeah. So after that, you get into the train, which is why it's really relaxing. I liked it. So because my luggage was too big, I couldn't sit with it. I had to leave it in some corridor there. They told me to leave it there, but again I was worried because there are so many people in the train and they will want to use this one door, yeah. So I wouldn't be able to know if someone got out of the train with my luggage. But I was a little bit calm because I felt like that luggage was too heavy. If you're a thief and you want to steal it, I don't even think you'll make it out of the door with it. I'll just get you. So after that, yeah, so you get into the train. Now you have to find your seat. Where are you going to sit? You check your ticket and you find out that your ticket, it's like you guys are scattered, like you are a group of like 5 people, 6 people, but one person is sitting the other side, the other person is sitting the other side, the other person is in another carriage. So it is so also annoying. So I think if you want to book your ticket and you're going, like you're traveling in a group, I would prefer you go to the train station and yeah, you kind of print the, book the exact seats that you want, because you'll end up scattered. And especially if you have kids, you want to sit with your kids, of course. Yeah. So I think it's better that you go to the train station and you book your seat there. Yeah. So I just had to talk to exchange the seats with some people who I was sitting with. I told them, please just allow me sit with my kids because they'll be so far away and they're going to feel lonely. So I was so lucky. They accepted, and my kids came and sat with me. And you know how kids are when they're traveling, they're so annoying sometimes, and you don't want people sitting with your kids to be bothered by your kids. So I had to sit with my own kids. So the whole journey was really nice. It's quite relaxing. It's not like the bus where you're shaken by the bus, and by the time you get to where you're going, you're so tired because the road was so rough. But with the train, I think even the AC is just enough. It's just right, like you don't sweat, you don't feel cold. It's just the right temperature, the perfect temperature. So when you get to Mombasa, you get out of the train, and it's also annoying because it is so full. Everybody wants to get out of that same door. Yeah. So sometimes people are always in a hurry, and I don't even know why. The train has stopped. It's going to stop there for I don't know how many minutes. People are always in a hurry to get out. So I just had to wait for people to get out. And I was also at the same time so worried for my suitcase, which I'd left somewhere else. So I was so lucky. By the time I was getting out of the train, it was still there. I think it was too heavy, and I don't even think somebody was going to bother stealing it. So when you get out of the train in Mombasa again, I had to use the lift because I had luggage. So again, the lift is full as usual. People don't want to use the stairs. They don't have luggage. They just have the backpack, but they still want to use the stair. They want to use the lift. So it was quite packed. We had to wait for our turn. We had to be patient. You let them go and then you go later. So when you get you get into the lift, you go down. I don't know whether it's up or down. You go down, and then you have to also scan your ticket. So this one you should know. When you travel on SGR and you have that ticket, you will want to keep that ticket, because without it you won't be able to get out of the train station. So you want to keep your ticket, so that when you get there, you scan it as you go out. So I think my whole experience with SGR I think is perfect. I think when you don't have luggage and you have kids, it's okay. But if you have luggage and you have kids, it's frustrating. It was frustrating for me. I was sweating. By the time I was getting on that train, I was sweating. By the time I was in Mombasa, and I'm with this heavy luggage, and by the time you get a cab, you're tired. And when you're in Nairobi, the weather is quite different from Mombasa. So when you get to Mombasa, like that heat just hits your face and you're like, what just happened? So, and you're sweating. And when I go to Mombasa, I don't even wear makeup because it's just dripping down, like it's annoying. Yeah. So that was my whole experience. I don't know how your experience is. I don't know how yours is. This is just mine. It is from my own view. Yeah, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. So if you like my video, you like such videos, I would like to urge you to subscribe, and hit the notification button, so that anytime I upload a new video, you're able to know. Yeah. So please do subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. So bye.